The benefits of HPV DNA. HPV DNA stands for human papillomavirus deoxyribonucleic acid. It refers to the genetic material, DNA, of the human papillomavirus, a group of viruses that can infect the genital area, as well as the mouth and throat. HPV is a sexually transmitted infection, and certain types of HPV are known to cause cervical cancer, as well as other cancers and diseases. Testing for HPV DNA can be done to detect the presence of the virus in cells, particularly in the context of cervical cancer screening. The benefits of HPV DNA testing include early detection of high-risk types. HPV DNA testing can identify the presence of high-risk types of human papillomavirus, which are associated with an increased risk of developing cervical cancer. Improved cervical cancer screening. HPV DNA testing is often used in conjunction with pap smears for cervical cancer screening. This combination of tests can provide more accurate results and help identify abnormalities in the cervix at an early stage. Increased sensitivity and specificity. HPV DNA testing is highly sensitive and specific, making it a valuable tool for identifying HPV infections and assessing the risk of cervical cancer. Risk stratification. HPV DNA testing allows for the stratification of women into different risk categories based on the presence or absence of high-risk HPV types. This information helps healthcare providers tailor the appropriate follow-up and monitoring. Preventive measures. Early detection of high-risk HPV types allows for timely intervention and preventive measures. This may include closer monitoring, more frequent screenings, or medical interventions to remove abnormal cells before they progress to cancer. Reduced overdiagnosis and overtreatment. HPV DNA testing can help reduce overdiagnosis and overtreatment by providing more precise information about the risk of developing cervical cancer. This can lead to more targeted and personalized healthcare interventions. Screening in older women. HPV DNA testing is useful for cervical cancer screening in older women who may have a lower risk of developing cervical cancer. It helps to identify persistent infections and assess the ongoing risk. Public health impact. The use of HPV DNA testing in cervical cancer screening programs contributes to the overall effectiveness of public health initiatives aimed at reducing the incidence and mortality of cervical cancer. It's important to note that while HPV DNA testing has significant benefits, it is typically recommended within specific age groups and clinical contexts. Healthcare providers consider individual risk factors and guidelines when determining the appropriate use of HPV DNA testing for cervical cancer screening. For more videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.